Hey guys, it's Rodimus Primal. I'm back with another video, and tonight, since normally I do my live streams on Sunday nights, I decided that I would actually update you guys since I wasn't going to be around. And there's quite a bit of Transformers news that kind of happened since my last Transformers news video, and some of it is controversial and some of it is rather interesting. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so if you guys saw my last video, you probably know that I was talking about Takara possibly merging with Hasbro. This was something that was reported a couple of months ago, and I gave you guys my thoughts on it, but it turns out that that's probably unlikely to happen. But something rather interesting did happen, and that was, it was announced that Hasbro and Mattel actually had a sit-down conversation about possibly merging, and this was actually in the news, and something that I don't think any of us were prepared for, or any of us really wanted to talk about, you know, especially after considering, you know, after Hasbro and Takara has had a possible merger. But Mattel actually decided that it was in their best interest not to take the deal that Hasbro was looking to acquire them. And I actually think that's not a bad thing. And let me explain to you why. Because I know some of you were like, oh, it would be pretty cool if He-Man was to cross over with Transformers. But hold up for a second, because Mattel has a lot of toy properties. They have He-Man, they have Barbie, and they have quite a few other things that I'm not exactly sure of. I'm not a big Mattel, I'm not big on who owns what, but I do know that Hasbro owns My Little Pony and Transformers, which are obviously two very large properties. So it would probably, you know, make the, you know, it would almost make it a monopoly of some sort that wouldn't be very good for the toy industry. But at the same time, I don't really know. Like, I don't know the specifics, because I do think that Hasbro and Mattel do have other competition out there, and they really need to step up their game, because, man, like, some other toy companies are coming up with some really cool toys. But granted, I mean, I think Transformers obviously is what we're always going to be focused on, so you know, it's probably for the better that they didn't merge. Second thing was that Titans Return had their first 2 episodes, and I'm not going to give you guys a review about each of the episodes that come out as they're released. Instead, what I'm going to do, and it was kind of decided during my live streams, is usually what I do is I ask you guys during my live streams, hey, should I do this or should I do that, or, you know, do you think it's a better idea about this, or a lot of you guys ask me these questions, and we pretty much decided that, yeah, I'm going to wait until after the last episode of Titans Return airs, and then what I'll do is I'll watch the whole thing through over again and give you guys a more collective review about the entire series overall, since it's only going to be 10 episodes long, and it's probably going to be what, like, it's pretty much the equivalent of a movie. So it's better that I wait to give you guys a review, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about, and that was just 2 episodes that aired, and I would really need to collect all of my thoughts together and give you guys something, you know, collective that would works a lot better. Now, the next thing is a little controversial, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did not want to tackle this topic at all. I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to really make you know, any stances, because I try to keep politics and all of that stuff away from my channel, because it gets too volatile, because so many people you know, believe in one thing and they believe in another, and they get very volatile against each other. I mean, you have, you know, conservatives and progressives and liberals and you know, Republicans and Democrats. It's crazy. It's crazy. I steer clear of politics. I you know, I have my own personal beliefs when it comes down to politics. Most people probably don't agree with me, but at the same time, I don't press it upon anybody. And so, covering this topic, it's kind of one of those things where I had to say, like, this has got to be a disclaimer, because, again, it's something a little crazy, but it dives into Transformers. And a lot of people didn't want Transformers to dive into politics in any way, shape, or form, but in a way it kind of sometimes does. And this latest thing actually has to do with the release of the new Power of the Primes toys. Well, the new Power of the Primes toys apparently are starting to hit some toy shelves, and you can get the first wave. You can get Slag, Swoop, and I forgot the other one was Dreadwind, and Jazz. And Jazz is the one that right now has the big controversy. And what happens is that they gave an Autobot tampograph like on him on car mode. It's like on the side of him. It's very small. It's very minuscule, kind of hard to see. And it has small lettering etched into the side of it. It's almost indecipherable. Well, actually, it somewhat is decipherable if you are, a dedicated fan that tries to look at different Cybertronian letters and tries to come up with an actual alphabet. And it turns out that in Cybertronian, the letters actually spell out M-A-G-A, which is the shorthand term for Make America Great Again. And obviously a lot of people, really hate Donald Trump, and a lot of people hate him as president. And it's like, something, this is ridiculous. It's you can completely dislike him, or you can completely, support him, whatever. Obviously, like small little etched out letters on the side, it's kind of something funny. But here's my personal take on it. Because it's politically charged, I actually want to buy the toy now. I didn't want that Jazz toy because I like the Reveal the Shield version of Jazz. I think it's a better toy, or at least better looking. But Jazz is a combiner limb this time around. And he also turns into the same car mode as Crasher from the GoBots, so maybe we'll see a repaint out of him with that. But Hasbro actually released a statement, and what they said is that one of their vendors, the vendors that actually do the tampographs and stuff like that on the side of the cars, actually did this deliberately. So it's something that Hasbro did not approve of. Obviously, they didn't want to be involved in politics, and they didn't want to be involved in all that kind of fun stuff. But I scratched my head and I said, you know what? Like, this is actually getting ridiculous. This is getting to the point now where, not even us trying to go to the movies and see things like Justice League or Thor aren't like, infested basically with politics, and we can't enjoy some things like Transformers without everything being in politics. I mean, from what I understand, Transtech Optimus Prime actually kind of like quoted a speech from Obama, and I'm not sure exactly the details upon that. I have to look further into it. But I scratched my head and I was like, oh man, why do we have to keep getting into this? It's like, there's no, like, why can't we come together and enjoy these things together, enjoy fan-related stuff, enjoy Transformers and G.I. Joe and Star Wars and My Little Pony and Doctor Who and Ninja Turtles, instead of like, you hear about everything that's happening in the news, and you believe in one thing, and the other person believes in another, and all you're going to do is just keep on going after each other. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, and that's why I try to keep politics out of my channel. But at this point now, I'm like, now I really want that Jazz toy before they decide to make a running change and actually remove it. Because I'm sure some people already have it, and they're like, this is cool, and some people are like, oh, I can't wait to just put some black paint over it. Well, that's, and that's your choice. So whatever you want to do with your own toys, it's your prerogative. But at this, it's just kind of something that's kind of funny that hits the news, and you scratch your head and you go, oh man, why did this have to happen? But it's the world we live in now. So I know I've been promising you, a lot of you guys, that I was going to be having another Transformers discussion video up soon. I am really working hard to try and get it done. It is very difficult for me to do so, being with what things going on in my personal life, with between work and family and everything else like that. And nothing bad. It's just really trying to get the time to get these videos up to you. But as soon as I finish the next Transformers discussion video, I will have it uploaded, and I will have another Transformers discussion video already starting, basically production to get that thing together for you as well, because I want to try and get these two Transformers discussion videos to you guys as soon as I possibly can. And I know it takes me time, and I really appreciate all of you guys that give me the support and I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching my videos, whether it be this Transformers news video, whether it be my game reviews or movie reviews, or, you know, obviously a lot of you guys are my Transformers discussion video fans, so I appreciate every single one of you guys. I really do. And obviously I do have a Patreon. I don't really push it. I only have a, one tier. It's like for $1, and that's just basically because if you guys want to help, you guys can help, and that's basically the gist of it. And like I said, I want to make more videos as moving forward. So, and whether it be Transformers news videos like this, whether it be movie reviews like my last video, which was my Justice League movie review, or whether it's my next Transformers discussion, I enjoy doing this. So now, if you're new to the channel, obviously that's what I'm known for. So I hope you like this video. If so, please thumbs up and subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below about all this stuff happening, between Transformers and whatever. And obviously subscribe and check, stay tuned for my next videos. And as always, guys, until next time.